In today's video, I will be showing how to make name boards using quilling. Hello quillers, this is Agnes from Agnes Paper and Craft. To start with, I always use my PowerPoint to type in the name of the name board that I make. The most common font that I use is Arial Black with font size of 156 in this case. It can change with the length of the name. Longer the name, the font size reduces. Next, I need to have only the outline of the letters so that it is easy to quill. For this, I go to drawing tool format and choose outline in the word art style. And because this has shadow, I have to remove it. Click text effects, shadow and choose no shadow. Now I change the color of the outline to be black so that it is much easier for me to work out. And now it is ready to be printed and used. After printing out the template, I am going to transfer the design to my quilling base. I usually use 300 GSM watercolor paper, that is artist quality, for the quilling base. I place a cutting mat which acts as a foam, giving room for the tracing that we are going to do. Then I put the quilling base paper and on top the printed template. Now using an embossing stylus or an empty ball pen, I write over the print. This leaves an impression on the quilling base, which guides us with the design while we quill. When we draw the quilling design with pencil on the quilling base or when we use a direct print as quilling base, the print lines can see through if we miss positioning the paper strip exactly on the lines. But tracing in this way, we can get a clean and clear work. Here you can see the impressions that we have created. Next, I prepare the quilling strips. Usually I use 160 to 220 GSM cardstock, which is about 60 to 80 pounds in cover stock weight. I cut them into 10 mm wide strips, which is approximately half an inch. For the name part of the board, I use white color quilling strips. To get good results, I have the printed reference and measure every single bends and turns of the alphabet and cut the strips. Glue to the right spot on the quilling base. The impressions that we drew help with placing the pieces on the right spot. Using pencil, I mark the corners of the alphabet. This helps to get sharp and crisp ends. If you would like to know more tips and tricks on quilling letters, I have a video on my channel. I will leave its link in the description below. Do watch it after this video. Next, I am moving on to the flowers and the butterfly. Using my template, I copy the outline of the flower on an orange color cardstock and then do outline quilling over it. The center of the flower has a tight coil with yellow strip. After finishing the quilling part, I fussy cut along the outside of the flower. The flower shape that we cut out doesn't need to be perfect because it will just go under the grass layer we make and gets hidden. So it can be imperfect a little bit. And then for the butterfly, I use two different shades of blue. For the inside quilling scroll, I use light blue color, and for the outline, I use dark blue color. And then cut the butterfly as we did for the flower. For the head and body part of the butterfly, I take 10 mm wide black strips and roll them into a tight coil and another to a teardrop shape. For the white daisy, I just work directly on the quilling base. At first, I make a ring shape of the center part. Stick it to the quilling base. Then for the petals, I make small white teardrops. For the finishing touches, the center of the flower is going to have some small dot-like structures. For this, I cut small tiny strips and glue them each on an irregular manner so that it looks like this. For these simple flowers, I make loose coil using one strip of paper and glue them to the base. Finally, for the grass part, I am going to use green color cardstock and make zigzags. But before adding the grass background, the one thing that I prefer is adding green color to the base. I watercolor it with different shades of green. The color doesn't need to be specific. This is just to avoid the white of the background showing off. For the zigzags, all I do is take a full strip of paper, bend them at some random places in zigzag manner. Then I crumble the zigzags to a scribble-like look and put it randomly on the quilling base. I just apply glue to the back of the zigzags and adhere directly to the quilling base. This way the scribbles or zigzags look like grass. You can notice that I have used two different shades of green for the grass. I leave a small space all around the work so that it is easy for framing. And the name board is done. If you are interested in this template, you can check for an editable pattern in my Etsy shop. Its link is available in the description below. Hope this video is helpful. Do check my other videos and share with your quilling friends. Thanks for watching.